to raise price.
You thinking about it now?
No, that's like asking somebody that's in the NBA for 14 years,
What
like,
does necklace say?
what would have happened if you didn't come to the
Yeah,
NBA?
whoa.
Oh, I shudder to think. I thought it was what I was made for. I thought it was what I was built for. Anybody that knows me will tell you that when they first met Katt Williams, when I was Katt in the Hat, and they tell these stories about how he changed
Fake
his
quote.
name. Look,
Fake quote.
the truth of the matter is Disney sued me. Yeah, I was Katt in the Hat. They sent me a cease and desist letter, and I'm not even making $25,000 a year. And the mega company Disney has sent me a cease and desist telling me I can't use any variations of that name. Fine, I'm Katt Williams. That's all that happened. I have been this same product the entire time. They will tell you when they first saw me doing stand-up, I was just like this. This is what I bring. This is my style.
When did you know you was were you always funny? Did you always want to be a comedian? How did you stumble on comedianship?
No, I loved what they did, and so I studied them, all of them. I studied all of the white comedians because I wanted to know, why is Monty Python funny? Why is Don not so talented? I wanted to know, what is George Carlin's thing? Like, so I studied all of the comedy masters regardless of the field because I loved to laugh. I didn't know that these people were making a great living at doing this. I thought this is just what they did. They tell jokes. They're funny people. But I loved the craft. And that's why when I got into the craft, I thought it was my obligation to make sure that I kept writing new material so much that it forced these comedians to stop doing the set they've been doing for 10 years and keep writing some new stuff. And I knew that if I could get that to take on, that most of these bums would have to just quit comedy because they can't keep up. They're not going to keep writing an hour worth of material.
Right.
I've written an hour worth of material 19 times. They're not going to do it. Why? Because they're not creative writers. They want to get somebody else and have them write it and put it together.
So, if I'm listening to you correct me if I'm wrong. I think the best thing that ever happened was the internet. Because now they have to. Because normally, like you said, you could do a set and you do that set in Kansas City. People ain't heard it in San Francisco. People ain't heard it in Miami. They ain't heard it in Detroit, Chicago, Atlanta, so forth and so on. Now you do a set, it's on the internet. Somebody heard it. So you can't do a set and make it last 3 months, 4 months.
Well, it doesn't allow the regular comic the ability to grow. Is the real problem. Like, part of comedy is me taking these jokes in January, and by March, I've begun to craft this joke. It's not as simple as it was. When I wrote it, it was just da-da-da-da-da. But now it has the complexities of the fact that I'm having to deliver this to an East Coast audience, a down South audience, a Midwest audience, a Utah audience, a Colorado audience. And so it begins to take on a different complexion because you're having to deliver it to different people.
Okay.
And so this is what sharpens your joke. You then take those sharpened jokes and make it special. Not you just randomly take some. So it's a process. You don't allow them to process if the first time the guy did the joke, now that's his joke and the joke is everywhere. That just sets it up for people to steal.
So how many times must you tell a joke before you master it?
How many times have you had to sleep with a woman before you're done with her? That's not fair. If it's great, never. If it ceases to have usefulness, so it has been spoken.
Nail.
Right.
I read that you was raised in Florida. You had some help, some ladies of the night.
No.
That's not true.
No, that whole story doesn't take place in Florida. That story takes place in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
So after I'm in Florida, I then join, I tried to join the Marine Corps, and it won't accept me because I'm too young, and I've lied and told them I'm 16, and my family's moving down, and I don't have my ID, but it's coming. And so they let me go to the boot camp, That's not going to work now. Okay, so I've learned that lesson. So then I get this job selling stuff door to door. Across the country, and so I've been to all 50 states again. I'm 14 years old, so I did that. While I'm doing that, one of the places I'm in Oklahoma, and I've decided I'm gonna stay here because of meeting these ladies that you're talking about and that situation. I don't know at the time why that's important in my life or why it's something I should be doing or any of that. But now later on, it certainly helps me in formulating Money Mike for Friday After Next.
Right.
And a pimp named Slickback for the Boondocks.
Oklahoma, so San Francisco, Oklahoma, Sacramento. From Florida, you moved to the West Coast. So you traveling. When did you set up shop on the West Coast?
All right.
How old were you there?
So I guess I'm...
Beast, not here, off.
And
Back up.
Once I have a child, I realize that I can't. There's a lot of things that I could use to make money that now is a no-go. So anything with street aspirations that I might have thought about pursuing or being good at, I now am a single parent. And I gotta redo these things. So I need comedy to really work out for me.
Right.
And me and God go into extreme conversation where I'm explaining to him that I'm a crash out dummy if he don't send me a lifeline. Like I need something I can hold on to. Before I had left Florida, I did stand up one time because we was trying to get in the club. I didn't have ID. So I said I was a comedian. They ended up having me do 5 minutes. But I kept that in my head that I had done that. When we get to Oklahoma, they're having a competition for stand-up. And if you win, you get to go out on the road with Jeff Foxworthy and Dan Whitney, who is Larry the Cable Guy, and Richard Jenny, and these great comics. You get to open for them. And once I did that, I realized, okay, as a comedian, I'm like way behind schedule. I done started this too late. All the funny guys are already funny and known names. Like, how am I going to progress? So I realized that I do better with a white audience than I do with a black audience. And I'm not sure why that's occurring, but the white audience likes me more. That's interesting. So when I moved to Sacramento, it's because Sacramento has a white and a black audience almost 50-50. That's almost the makeup of Sacramento. So I lived in Sacramento for 2 years until I get to the point where I am equally as funny if the room is black as I am if the room is white. That's not enough. Now I need to be one of the good ones when it comes to black comics. So now I have to move to Oakland, and that's what lands me in Oakland for 3 years. Once I have dominated male black comedy in Oakland to my liking, now I'm prepared to go to Los Angeles now. Now I know you can't throw me any curveballs. If it's a white audience, if it's a black audience, no matter what they are, I'm prepared to deal with all of the audiences.
Do you write jokes according to the audience that you're going to be in front of, or is your joke universal?
Well, in the beginning, part of my framework is that I'm tailoring every show to this audience.
Okay.
And that's how I was able to show my range and show that I was better than my competitors, is that I'm Katt Williams, but I was still doing clean comedy. So I was still going to churches and doing 45 minutes of stand-up at the church with no curse words, no sex, drug material, no none of that, just straight stand-up. And then I was doing everything else. And
at the regular club.
Yeah, that was the range, is that where... when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So that's how I started. But as you begin to get better, you begin to be able to speak to your entire fan base. And that's really what's been helpful, is that I've been having the same conversation with my fan base for 12 comedy specials.
Is that what set Katt Williams apart? Is your range? Is that you can do a comedy, do 45 minutes in the church. I can go to a comedy club in front of 250, or I can go into an arena with 15,000. That's range, because everybody can't do that, Katt.
Well, if that's what range is called, then yeah, it's range. But I like the people I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it can't be condescending, because I'm talking to my white male friend when I'm telling that white joke.
Right.
When I'm talking about this joke about this black lady, I know that black lady. That's who I'm talking to. I'm speaking to this fan base that I've been speaking to from the beginning. I already told them what I was on when I first came in. I told them they was gonna come after me. They was gonna cancel me. They was gonna say terrible things about me and try to mess my life up. I said that coming in to stand up. I'm saying it in my
So you knew it was going to be.
It has to be. I know I'm going into the belly of the beast. How could I be naive? I know that I'm going into Satan's playground, but I'm trying to be so good that you got to bring me in so close that I can see who's doing what and what's going on in there.
In San Francisco, you joined the Nation.
I was never in San Francisco. I was in Oakland.
You was in Oakland. Did you join the Nation? Is that?
Yeah, Honorable Minister Farrakhan and I have an extremely close relationship. He refers to me as one of his sons. So, yeah, I spent a particular period of time. Let me explain.
Yes.
Because my particular background was already religious and super strict, right? I didn't find out about other religions by reading about them. I went to their religion. I don't want to learn from Jewish people from outside. I want to be in a synagogue. I don't want to learn about Muslim people from. I want to be in a mosque. I don't want to hear about the Baptist or the Pentecostal. I want to go to their church and see. And so that was the religious discovery that I
You gonna take your
that period in my life.
You gonna take your
When did you know you were funny?
your pup? You gonna let your puppy go back in his room now?
There you go.
You gotta take him
Probably
back.
Tell nigga back in there.
about 10 years.
Okay, you said you gotta be the bad
10
guy.
years ago.
Yeah, about 10 years.
What I missed?
So you didn't think as a child, because obviously you said the very structured background, your family was very religious. So obviously you didn't get an opportunity.
Yeah, like I never did a talent show. I was never in any extracurricular activities. I was never in drama. I was never in band camp. I was never a Boy Scout.
And you didn't stay in school long enough to get funny because you dropped.
You understand? You understand? So there was no, like, I don't tolerate high school games. I didn't go to high school. I don't know how most of the games they think I play. I'm not even aware of them.
But Katt, for you to get on stage, and like I said, a lot of people, like a lot of comedians, I had a few here, they're like, okay, I told jokes to get girls, I told jokes to, get people to laugh at someone else.
Yeah.
But you is like, you say you did comedy one time in Florida. Yeah. And you had this other opportunity, like in Oklahoma, that they were going to take you out if you won the talent show. You was going to go on the road with these well-known comedians.
And I did.
But I'm just saying, how in Florida at 13, 14 years of age, you like, 16, I can do that.
Well, because I knew that there were a lot of other things I could do. Like, when I looked at drug dealers, I thought I could do that.
Yeah.
You
But
see what I'm
that's
saying?
easy.
So right, and who doesn't like that?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it. But now that I gotta do it on this side, but no, your question was, when did I think I was funny? I never was my biggest fan. To this day, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a fan of comedy. I like great comedians. Like, I like Chappelle. I like Patrice O'Neal. Like, I like the greats of comedy because I do. Like, I like Ron White. I like Bill Engvall. Like, I know comics. Like, people that did the craft, they raised me. I was touring with Steve Marmel and Richard Jenny, a real journeyman. Mm-hmm. So my comedy upbringing was standard. I thought you had to work all night, every night, all around the country, and you had to write jokes, and that you were trying to write jokes that other people weren't writing, and that your job was to be funnier. Like, people that know me will tell you, I've been on this. Like, I had a list of all the black comedians that were more famous than me. There was 300 of them on the list, and I had to be able to cross them all out before I could make it to the next level, before I felt like I was funny enough to do that. And so I appreciate what competition does for sports and for my particular sport. And comedy is a sport.
What gave you the confidence that you could get on stage?
You remember I was 5 years old on stage.
So
but I was reiterating God's word at that point. Now, I just have to make sure that the content is good. If the content is good, what part can I not do? I'm a vessel. He's given me these gifts to be able to do certain things, so I just want to utilize them in my craft. That's all.
Do you remember your first set?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to become wealthy, you probably do not want to own and or invest in Bitcoin. Means
I have 5-10 minutes.
No, I think 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Standing ovation, boos, some applause, some jeers.
No, none of that. They applauded like I was a professional at it. But now looking back, I understand, because you gotta understand, they were all thinking, he don't even look old enough to be in here. And we don't have any black guys that live in this town.
Right.
Where did he come from? And then he gets up there, and for 3 minutes, he talks about the fact that he is the entire black community.
Right.
And he is as disappointed in them. It looked like they looking for where the rest of them is. And so is he. And that was his set. But I understood from that point that the truth is really the commodity, and the fact that we are all individuals and all separate and all our own islands, but not in real life. In real life, it's only 5 or 6 different types of people, and you're going to see them everywhere that you go. And all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries, Spears, they all look like...
Man, what you got against Wanda Sykes? You think I don't remember that?
Sir? Wanda Sykes and Wanda Smith are 2 separate people.
I mean, Wanda Smith.
I had only said one name, sir.
Wanda Sykes
I'm
is amazing. I love Wanda.
And I agree.
I love Wanda. That's my girl. But I remember on the radio, you went on the radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you.
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on. Right. And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that. Right. And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say
I remember that.
disrespectful to people.
You remember that?
Look like you. It's a very thin line. I got a call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in?
I had a funny thing. Silence is deafening.
Bro.
Speak, guys, speak. Somebody say something. This is terrible. I'm scared for them. Who's gonna win the stare-off? Leroy.
Who's gonna win the stare off?
Who's gonna win the stare-off?
Refresh. Let me see. Throw it over here.
Give it to the tech.
Dad said what I gotta hit.
No, you could be entitled.
Anytime this happens, hit screen share off, then screen share back on.
Okay. Screen share off and screen share back on.
Legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until
Can you slide your hand over,
just
slide just a
know
little
My
bit?
head big.
that it was a setup.
Alright, you good.
And
Not say your hand. Cause it's on, we on
They
live.
tried to kill me this same week.
Move that hand out the way.
In jokes. With a real gun in my real face on a real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians. What do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the
You talking about Wanda?
confines of their job.
Her husband put out a gun on him.
It's really
On
a
him?
weird situation.
You don't remember
They
that?
hate you that bad.
Yo, I gotta find all the switch.
Yeah, pause real quick. Let me
I
see.
live under a rock.
You mentioned
I
that
live
she
under
said
a
Where's
you
Mika Coley?
were
Please
very
pause.
professional. Oh, you want to Emmy? Congratulations.
Pause.
I live under a rock.
Mom, where are you at? I'm not even like a crazy social media guy.
I live under a rock.
Mom, you looking at nothing, bro.
I don't, but I don't see these things. I live under a rock. Y'all should already know this about me, babe.
So basically, do you know who Wanda Smith is?
I do. I
Wanda
do.
Smith.
Light-skinned lady and look like Wesley Snipes.
Mom throwing straight.
No, she do look like a female Wesley Snipes. That's not her.
I mean,
Oh no, y'all said Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes, she acts a little bit too.
Wanda Smith.
Okay, which one is it?
Look. Not her.
You cook for your kids?
Her.
Tell me
Oh,
something
no,
that they're proud of. Like, Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have?
So basically, you to run backstory behind this. Katt Williams' friend is about to do a comedy jump.
Okay.
This light skinned dude named Red, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Red said that Katt didn't want to go on the jump. He was just there with his friend.
Just more support. Right.
More support type bit.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be about Red. The Wanda Smith girl starts talking to Katt about his old comedy act and starts basically saying, like, Katt basically like, this isn't about me. Blase, blase. Back up, bro, if I slap you.
Watch that. Camera.
Katt basically said, this joint ain't about me, blah, 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 but she continues asking questions to the point she asking them, like, how's he with kids? Or how like, what's he cook for his kids?
Yeah, that's what she's doing now. What's
Yeah,
the president?
because she said a little joke before this. Basically, it was like, all you good for is going to jail. Shooting a shot at him because I forgot what happened.
She was shooting shots.
She was shooting shots at him for no reason.
He basically said she wasn't gonna bring up none of that.
Yeah,
No.
but she
Said
did.
won't. But he
So
went to jail. Katt Williams went to jail.
yeah, he went to jail.
What do you do? Time for?
I think I don't know some in public.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a father of 7 with an unlimited food budget, you can make whatever is necessary.
I said what they like.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I'm
I
still
said what do they
answering.
like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean.
This one tastes like it's spicy.
You answer the question and just tell me.
Man, you're
what
a
they
strong
like.
black woman. Is it
Answer
okay
the
for me to
question.
answer?
Come
You
on.
keep interrupting the answer. Everyone can hear it. It sounds like you like me a little bit. It's starting to bleed over the airwaves.
It is.
Oh, really?
I want to let
Come
everybody
on.
know that Wanda got some lipstick on right now with enough glitter for the 4th of July 2020.
That's right. Kissable lips.
How many kids you got, one?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple?
Hmm?
Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be.
Now he is.
Wanda knows she.
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that she
Well,
didn't.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite?
He did want to joke at her though, right here.
No, yeah. That's no. I said this.
For me to,
I said this when the gloves comes off because she kept picking with her. Now he started to go crazy.
Oh, so I missed.
Yeah.
her
This
picking
this is his roast. Yeah, this is his roast. This is when he started turning up on her.
I do it really
I would
like
like to see
broccoli.
her
They
do
like
it.
my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli. And tell me it doesn't say heat up water. That's the only step in broccoli. Simmer. Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you burn broccoli? You can't burn it because it's made in a pot of water.
You don't know nothing about.
You know what that second meal they love from it? What I do with corn. I like to dig it out that can and I put it in there. And then I get a can of water and I put it on there. And then I get some salad ranch. They don't expect that. I sprinkle salad ranch on my
Great cook.
And
man,
Lucy
you
is
need to
getting
heat
the
stuff
style
up.
out.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, ain't getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Right, true.
Tomorrow, be there.
All right.
Red Grant show, I know I'll be there. Don't miss it.
Red Grant, Katt Williams, thank y'all for coming through.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming here.
I see why people come to Wanda's show.
Yeah.
Because Frank Ski puts it down.
That's right. Don't out here with that crazy ass.
Is he crazy?
And here we get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station 203. Your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air,
Come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? Are you okay this
Red
morning?
Grant, Atlanta Comedy.
Tell Wanda to take off them headphones and that wig.
And make sure.
That wig and that
And
headphones
take
come
off
together.
them old ass clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's
She said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out.
But you had to open it up and show us it was Versace. I wanted to.
No, I didn't have to open it up. These people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Yeah, but you opened it up so we could see it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, happy
And happy whatever
for you.
stories for the Black Lane Bryant.
That's right. Very proud.
Okay, let's
Very
play some
proud.
music real quick if we can. We going to a break real quick?
Very
All right,
proud.
cool. We go to a break.
Shout outs to Forever 21.
Yeah.
This collection.
That's right. Shout out.
You don't remember me for a while now, right? I'm not the right one that Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down. If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am. And what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's
You
okay.
big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah,
off. Prison and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
Calm down, calm down.
Only one of us has $12 worth
down.
of jewelry on.
No,
No,
$12.
That all is a bit. If you wanna have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Citgo or Quick Trip at any point. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100s, they will give you everything Wanda
And they
has
run the
for
jump.
$7.99, and it comes with a free car.
Why
Won't you
are
come
you
on
doing
down?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
The show starts at 9. Wanda gets to the stage at 9:17. Please come on down.
Please come get Miss Cat and do her
She's
hair.
almost out of breath. Be careful now. Even on the radio, you can hear the fact that exercise has crept into her vocabulary.
Yeah, little mama, we're done.
You already used that one. Don't repeat your jokes first.
Yeah, so like that was the whole thing. That joint went viral. She actually ended up getting fired from the joint.
Why?
Cause like she went on to go say some other things after the fact. The kind she had like the whole like calling him gay, like he's just a gay comedian, like something. Like she got smoked up. So she just tried to say some egg, and it just icked her up even more. So she ended up getting That's when you go on saying like you using derogatory terms and it about me. I'm not even gay.
I have come home and I have stood at the base of the step just dreading the 40 stairs that I have to climb up. And there's 40 because I've counted.
Should we do the catchphrase on tonight?
Yeah.
And one of us was auditioning and you had already had.
Dang, what y'all think about that?
No fiction books at all.
See, he's happy in that booty. He's so content, happy, eating on his little bone.
They tell jokes. They're funny people. But I love the craft. And that's why when I got into the
I
craft,
went to the door the whole time you were gone.
Yeah. That's how they
higher fan base. And that's really what's been helpful, is that I've been having the same conversation.
Is it people leave or when you?
Wanda Sykes is amazing. I love Wanda.
And I agree.
I love Wanda. That's my girl. But I remember on the radio, you went on a radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you.
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line. I got a call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got
So those
canceled.
two guys were homosexual.
Gay people don't take it kindly that
The
you
audience,
as a
audience.
derogatory call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there. I've been over there.
You did
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it, though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes.
That's probably, is that in
with a real gun in my real face on real camera.
So that, we talk about the gun, her husband ended up putting a gun on him after the show.
And something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians, what do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job. It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt she hated you at that moment because you mentioned that she said it was going to be very professional. Oh, you won an Emmy, congratulations, you put the city on, you own for the city, yada, yada, yada. And now, did she mention anything about the Emmy on camera?
I believe you saw the video and you know that none of that took place. See, the issue is that all the comedians have to come do these radio stations because you have to sell your tickets, and so that means you have to go to the radio station.
Yes.
I don't go to the radio station, and I don't make posts to sell tickets. I just don't. So you've not seen me.